Is Nvidia and Nvidia CEO scared of quantum computing? In today's episode, I want to take a closer look at what Jensen Huang said about the quantum market. More importantly, I want to take a closer look if Nvidia is truly hiring quantum engineers, and doesn't that kind of contradict with what Jensen just recently said? And then I also want to take a closer look at what some recent CEOs in quantum computing said about the quantum market. Now, too long don't watch if you have other things to do. The overall thought process that I have is no, I don't believe Nvidia is scared of quantum computing. Nvidia has been working with quantum computing solutions, especially in the software space, for numerous years now. And the kind of reports that we heard from the CEOs of quantum computing stocks, it shows that, hey, look, there is the potential, but the revenue is not expected to grow for multiple years. So it does seem like Jensen Huang was right with what he said. But if you want to learn more, check out the full video. So let's get started. But make sure to hit the thumbs up, make sure to hit the subscribe button, check out the pinned comment for a special offer at fool.com/Jose, and check out my special free newsletter about the semiconductor market, What the Chip Happened. Check it out. The link is down below.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and check out fool.com/Jose for the 10 best stocks to buy now. With that link, you get a promotional offer for the subscription service. Now, let's continue with today's episode.
Let's start off with here Nvidia and a lot of semiconductor stocks are having a pretty bad day today. We see the overall market is also down. Nvidia right now is sitting at $135 as I am recording. Now, it's more just macro events occurring that are driving the stock market down right now. Nothing specific for the semiconductor industry. So this comes and goes as being a long-term investor. Usually macroeconomics can make the stock market a little bit more volatile, and that's why you need to be looking at a multiple year time frame, because things can change and reactions and expectations can change in a few days, in a few weeks. So for me as a long-term investor, nothing that's happening in the market right now is worrying me as a shareholder to a lot of semiconductor companies. Now, I want to start off with what Jensen Huang said. And obviously, you guys probably have seen plenty of YouTube videos out there discussing this. And Jensen Huang was kind of saying that, hey, look, when talking about quantum computing in terms of when they would be very useful, he says 15 years is kind of too early. 30 years is a little bit on the late side, but if you pick about 20 years, I think a bunch of us will believe that. And the most important part here is useful, very useful quantum computers. I know we've heard discussions that there's quantum computers being used right now, but if we're going to look at revenue, it's not something that is massive to this amount. I think what Jensen Huang is mentioning here is quantum computing at a scale so high that it's going to change the world completely. Right now, it has its own individual use cases, and I'll show some evidence to that in a bit. So we've heard about this, right? I mean, having something that's useful is pretty impressive, and it does seem like there are current solutions that quantum computing is already fixing with the help of hybrid quantum solutions, right? Where you're using kind of AI accelerated computers to kind of fix any of the errors that are picked up by quantum computers. So it's a hybrid approach in most of the aspects right now. But remember, to build any type of solution, you need high infrastructure, you need the supply chain, you need the workforce, you need kind of the ability to mass manufacture things like this. And right now, it doesn't seem like we're in that stage. This is kind of like a perfect example, right, is artificial intelligence, right? Artificial intelligence has been talked about for numerous years. We can see here in 1997, IBM's Deep Blue became the first computer to be a reigning world chess champion in a tournament match. And this was used by reinforcement learning, a technique used by AI to learn which moves maximize its reward. The AI is rewarded for making moves that improve its position and penalized for making mistakes. So it was a form of AI, but that came out in 1997, nearly 30 years ago, right? Nearly 30 years ago. And I believe this is going to be the same thing how we're hearing with quantum computing. There are pretty cool use cases. There are pretty cool solutions. But for AI, even though it's something that has been talked about for numerous decades, it's only until now that is picking up its pace. And I think that's what we're seeing with quantum computing as well. And what Jensen is trying to say, while there are cool solutions right now, for it to really become something as crazy, as revolutionary for the market, it takes longer than expected. The other things that we're hearing is, for those that are familiar with NVIDIA, this might be repetitive information. But the reason NVIDIA is the best AI company is not solely for their hardware. It's more important because of their software strength, their CUDA platform. And NVIDIA is actually helping create that same CUDA platforms for the quantum market. So it's something that they've been working for years already. I mean, if we take a closer look at their ecosystem, they've been working with various quantum computings, from quantum hardware builders to quantum simulation frameworks to quantum software and system companies, and even research centers. So it's not like they have ignored quantum computing all around. Many people are saying, hey, look, Jose, Jensen Huang kind of badmouth quantum computing, but he is hiring quantum computing engineers or quantum engineers in general. And yes, I mean, I don't think what Jensen said is nothing wrong. He's not saying the tech is garbage. So two things can be true, right? The first thing that can be true is quantum computing is here. The second thing is, while quantum computing is here, the actual emergence of this market is still in its infancy and will take multiple years to grow from various reasons, like I mentioned, supply chain, infrastructure, workforce in general. And NVIDIA, again, they have worked with a lot of quantum solutions and are building various quantum software, quantum libraries, even quantum hybrid infrastructures. Here we can see where they're talking about quantum circuit simulations in 2022, nearly 3 years ago. We can also see that they have kind of this hybrid approach where you can use quantum simulations and NVIDIA's Grace Hopper to help with these quantum solutions, because one of the big issues with quantum computing is errors. And we can see here, and we just want to build computers that can solve problems that normal computers can't. And so in the case of quantum computing, it turns out that you need a classical computer to do error correction with the quantum computing. And that classical computer better be the fastest computer that humanity can build. And that happens to be NVIDIA. So they are the perfect company to be the classical part of classical quantum. And they're working with various things. So they're extending their CUDA to the quantum market. So again, I don't necessarily think NVIDIA is scared of quantum computing. I am going to guess when quantum computing becomes a massive market opportunity, NVIDIA is definitely going to be a winner in that space. Now, the final thing that I wanted to kind of look at is IonQ. Their CEO just made a discussion about the quantum market, and he says that they anticipate 2024 results will be at the high end of their bookings and revenue guidance, and are extremely excited about 2025. So some might say, Jose, see, quantum computing is here. But then the second thing, we believe that IonQ will be profitable with sales approaching $1 billion by 2030. That's still at least 5 years to have a $1 billion revenue market and to achieve somewhat of profitability. In my opinion, if that's how long it's going to take for you to get $1 billion, I mean, even AMD, that sucks at AI chips, is able to do more than it's doing $5 billion in AI chip revenue, right? In AI chip revenue being worse than Nvidia. So if you're telling me that quantum computing is definitely here, why can't your sales exceed that of even the weakest player in the AI chip market, right? And like I mentioned, it's most likely for all those reasons, like supply chain, innovation, workforce, and the list goes on. So there is a profitable approach here for IonQ. There is a $1 billion run rate expected by 2030, but that's still 5 years from now. So in my opinion, what I get from this is Jensen wasn't necessarily wrong, right? It's going to take multiple years before the quantum market becomes something revolutionary that could change the overall market. And I mean, for my opinion, on $1 billion by 2020, and what is the market cap of IonQ stock right now? Right now, that stock is already trading at $7 billion on an expected revenue of $1 billion by 2030. That, in my opinion, is pretty forward pricing. But best of luck to anybody that owns quantum computing. Again, I'm not saying the market is not there. I'm not saying that the technology is not there. I'm saying the ability to expand that technology is definitely not there. The infrastructure, the workforce, that's not there. And that's something that you also have to be mindful of, especially when investing in a business. The first thing is, do I have a product? And it seems like the quantum market has a product, right? The second thing is, can I expand this product, and can I mass produce this product in rapid levels? And it seems like that's something that might not be the case right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode.